can tell we need to talk about things, so I'll let you start. Yes, I'm listening. Oh, I understand that. You need help with what you say? Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, because the last time that we talked about this, I felt like I was really clear. I gave you everything that you needed to hear, but you're still asking me for more. No, I'm just trying to understand what you're asking for, because the only thing that I can't really describe right now is how angry I am about you not listening to what I said before. You're just not listening. You're projecting and you're not listening. You're not listening. No.
Good day, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. Some guys asked me, hey, why don't tell some stories again? They love the stories. So I'm going to tell you a story. And the moral of the story is, sometimes you'll do something that you don't know why you did it, but it can save your life in the end. So now here's the story. Picture yourself back, 1969, it was around there. I was 11, 12, around that age. And we stayed in Edenvale. And the school was down in the dip, and we stayed on top of the hill. Now, that was many years later before we moved up the hill. We also lived in a dip. That's where all the Mamplotters live. And the English people were living on top of the hill. But my father reconstructed that house and sold it for a little bit of profit, and then we moved up to the top of the hill. We used to be 110, now we're 56, we're right on top. And my dad, I begged him, and he bought me a racing bike. Those days it was a Rally Sprite. At 10 gears, 5 in the back and 2 in the front. I could go down to school, but in afternoons, man, I used to push that bicycle up the hill all the time. I could never ride it out, except the one day, oh, my stomach wanted to go, and I dropped that bike, first gear. I made it in 15 minutes. It usually takes me 2 hours to get home as a school, but 15 minutes I was there and I got back to the toy. But now, we had avenues. So we lived in 6th Avenue. 5th Avenue was where the English boys lived. And that street, I never went up there. There was still Boereoorlog going on in those days. Afrikaner coming up that road, hey, put, you better be ready for some Boereoorlog. Now I forgot all about this. The one day I was lying there in the ground, eating a piece of grass, then kick a flippin' stone and go up another 100 meters, lie down. Takes me like 2 hours to get home. And as I'm coming up in 6th Avenue, who saw me? The Englishman. And here he comes, rushing out, him and his 2 friends. Now I'm pushing my bicycle up. And they surrounded me. The one pushing me in the back this way, the other one pushing me this way, and the front one, and he's the instigator. He wants to beat me up now. Going up in Fifth Avenue. It's English property. What's a burriki doing there? Now I know a few English words. Then it was yes, no, and thank you. That was about the maximum of my English vocabulary. And those two kids are pushing. And I see this front kid, he's gonna give me one. And just at that moment, I picked up my racing bike and threw it at him. But now you must know, it was in the small sprockets. So the big sprocket, the teeth was open. And as I threw it on him, he went back and that sprocket hit him on the knee and he fell back. Obviously, those sprocket would pierce some holes in his knee and there was some blood involved. He fell down screaming and crying. The two friends come around and I got my bike back. And by the time the rocks start flying through me, I was already in third gear. And that heel was nothing. Now, that's what happened. And I never went up Fifth Avenue again because it was out of bounds for Afrikaner. Now, we left Edenvale. We went to the coast. Hey, I got my first surfboard. And that was now, I think, 1972, 73, around there, maybe around there. And I was turning 14 or 15, around there. And my brother, after my dad passed away, was feeling sorry for me and said, hey, I must come with him on a holiday down to the south coast. Whew, I'll come if I can bring my surfboard. Yeah, you can bring your surfboard. So we're going down to the south coast. And he had a caravan, and we were in a caravan park. And this is what happened. Every morning I'm walking past this girl, and I'm seeing her sitting there at the tent, and she's looking at me. I can see her on the side. Hey, she's checking me out. And she was about 14, 15 as well, the same age as I'm carrying my surfboard. So now I'm start building up confidence. By the third day I walk past her, I think, okay, I can ask her, if she want to do something, go out. And I came past her. I said, hey, do you want to learn to surf? I got my surfboard. She said, yeah, and she's coming with me. Now you must know, there's still 2 days left of our holiday. And I was practicing on my arm how I'm going to kiss her goodbye. Practicing on my arm is going to do soft lips, hard lips. So now I got this whole scene. How am I going to say goodbye to this girl and give her a kiss? And as we're coming out of the caravan park, here's this Englishman. He arrived there and he's standing the whole gate full. He's like Ibn Itzebet. I don't know what the hell he ate, bro. I only grew 2 inches. He grew like 1.5 feet. But what I told the girl is my name is Johan. I don't know why I said it. I just said, she asked me, what's your name? I said, Johan. Now, my second name is Johannes. And my third name is Petrus. My first name, that's private disclosure. But everybody called me Bush. And when that guy saw me, he grabbed my arm. And his whole hand filled from here to there. I was like, oh, you help me. I said, yeah, Bush, now I got you, you little bastard. I said, hey, bro. Now I've learned another 2 English words. Bro and groovy. It was the 70s, man. Everybody was groovy. So he grabbed me. I said, hey, Bush, got you. I said, hey, I'm not Bush. And I'm like shaking, bro. This looks like he want revenge. He saw those little pierce marks on his knees for the last 5 years, and he was working up a revenge. How are you going to justify those tattoo marks I gave on his knee? I'm not Bush. And then the girl stands. I said, ask my girlfriend what my name is. And she says, yes, his name is Johan. But now he's like, nah, you Bush. I said, no, bro, be groovy, man. Let go, we want to go surfing. And he's like, hey, that boer couldn't speak English, So he's just giving me an extra squeeze and he let go. Bro, and we went going surfing. And she said to me, hey, what's all that about? I don't know, that got a revenge in his eyes. Now, I don't know why I said that day to that girl, my name is Johan. The angels are looking after you, bro. Because if I said to her, my name is Bush, I would have got beaten up. So sometimes a thing will come into you, hey, just go with the flow, bro, and be groovy. See you on the water and keep the stoke.